Assalamualaikum. Aya.
Ala.
And welcome to our first live video for Sabi's Superheroes Instagram page. We're doing it for the gram. For the gram. I want to just tell you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And for the ones that are waiting until after work, thank you for watching after work. And also thank you for all of these questions that you guys sent us from last week. So just to go over what we're gonna do is a weekly video about any question that you have, whether it's about Down syndrome, disability, or advocacy. As parents, what we do and how we go through it. So all questions are on the table. We will be doing one question today, and inshallah later on, when we start getting good at this, we'll do multiple questions.
Depending on how good I do.
How good you do. Okay, so the first question, and we had, like I said, several questions that were DM'd to us. And so I picked one, and the first question comes from the Instagram link of Muslims with Disabilities. And the question is, what surprised you the most about having a child with Down syndrome? Do you want to take that?
I can try.
Yeah, well, go ahead. What surprised you the most?
All in English, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could do English, Arabic, it's fine.
What surprised me the most is the how much I loved, coming home and, being around, in this case, of course, our daughter, Sabil. As much as I felt tired and coming home late at night, I always, couldn't wait till I get home. And I was just amazed how I was, after 12, 13, 14 hours, of hard work, I expected to come home and just, probably grab a bite and go
So
to
the
sleep.
energy that you get.
But the moment I get into the house with me being tired and I just see her, smiling, seeing me coming home, and with her tongue sticking out, of course. Her tongue, that's the best part. It's just chilled down my spine, and that level of happiness I cannot describe it. It's just as much as I say it, it's to the point, if I had a headache, it's just gone. If I had any pain, like I used to have, with my feet and with my neck before the surgery, it's just gone. It is replaced with that excitement of seeing her happy and smile.
So it gives you energy.
Yeah.
Like you've gotten energy from Sabir.
Yeah, adrenaline is high.
Yeah, you're jealous. Well, one of the things that has surprised me the most, Ala, is that I realized with certain things I have decided not to care as much. I'm not as overly sensitive when it comes to certain things. I think, does that make sense to you?
Kind of.
Yeah, like for instance, I wouldn't get butt hurt, over things, after I had Sabil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like before that, the simplest thing, Akai, cutting me off in the street or something like that, I would get really aggressive, really mad, or I would just become overly sensitive. But when having Sabil, I found out that, the small, like, silly things that we would get annoyed and agitated about.
Your approach or your attitude. Or
your
response.
It's
how you take things.
How I take things, I mean, like the small things that I would get agitated about after having Sabil, it's like doesn't ever show up anymore, because it's like I don't need to sweat the small stuff.
Right.
So that way I realize it's made me a better person when it comes to that. I mean, I know I have more areas to improve in, but it's helped me a lot out with the stress level.
Right. What I wanted to also, I was all the time wondering on this, and I just feel like it's just amazing how, and I think I mentioned this before to you, which is the fact that yes, يعني رب العالمين, God took away something which is part of a health, okay, something major from, how he takes away a huge or major area in your health, let's say, from a person, in this case from our Dar Sabil, but then being her parents, I just felt like as I am assigned, like, okay, يعني علاء, and of course you are assigned, of course, by who, by Rabb al-Alameen, to take that and fill that gap and do that part of, and raise her and do everything that you can do to, have her, be part of this society or community or this world and do the things that she is able to do. So what I'm saying, I'm focusing again, going back to the part, I felt like I'm assigned, and that's a blessing on its own,
Right.
Having that feeling that you, Rabb al-Alameen, wanted me to be the person that actually do that work so she can be like everybody else or as close as you can to have her like everybody else.
Right.
So I have that, honestly, that's a blessing again its own. I have passion in doing that. And yes, like I said, I feel like if I was a good person, I don't know what you guys think, I feel like I've become way better person. Of course, a lot of things to work on, but calms you down. You look at things from different angle. Always be looking at things with love and positive and even if things are going negative, even things that are not going in the right direction, you take them as positive things and as something that who knows what God has prepared for you. You just need to wait as far as like in time, but you continue doing the things that you're doing.
Right.
And whatever happens after that, guess what? That's not your part. That's Rabb al-Alameen part. That's what makes life actually, I think, more enjoyable. That you do your part, and then you don't know what's gonna happen. You just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, and another thing to add on is how you said it. What surprised me as well is how Lutfi and Hamza have taken it. You sometimes hear about older siblings. When they have a sister or a brother, a younger sister or brother that has a disability, they feel like that they're left out.
Yeah.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, this is something that our boys were blessed with from God, is that they have taken it as like their duty to protect Sabir. I don't even with Lutfi and Hamza, it's like that they say that they're her bodyguards.
It's like advocates.
Yeah,
They feel like
they're like mini advocates, mini superheroes. I feel like that they take it as no, I'm gonna protect my sister because she's my sister, but I'm gonna protect her even more. And so even with Saif, and Saif is Sabia's cousin, but at the end of the day, he's like the oldest son.
Yeah.
He
to us.
So he takes it as well, like, I gotta protect Sabil. I gotta protect, Lutfi and Hamza, of course, but like Sabil is, and I guess because she's the only girl as well, it's like she has these three main bodyguards that are
I wouldn't say if I miss something
taken care of.
Now, in a way that it's
like
not,
we don't have to worry.
Yeah, protect. I wouldn't say there's really nothing. Alhamdulillah, there's nothing if at all. They need to be protected themselves. No, I'm serious.
What I meant.
Yeah,
what I meant is like
help her. Help her. Yeah.
Like I find like Lutfi, like when I'm feeding her and then like, oh, I forgot something in the kitchen and I have to go get it, and you know how Sabir is. If you stop feeding
there
her,
for her.
He comes in
watching
quickly
out,
and he like starts feeding her until I get whatever I need. Or if she needs help walking up the stairs, he's there. Or if
or
last week,
him coming home and excited to have her because
do
it's
a
bedtime.
sleepover.
Well, bedtime now.
Yeah.
He's excited to have her sleep next to him.
Yeah, so
But she's funny how she is the one that actually ends up basically he goes to he sleeps.
She makes him sleep.
Yeah, first, you know, and then she leaves
And
and
then
gets
she
up
leaves.
and comes to our room.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm done.
So, I mean, I find it interesting, and I also find it interesting, like, with Hamza, that, like, you know, Hamza, he's not, like, as sensitive as Lutfi is when it comes to Sabir, but, like, he likes to play around with her, he likes to roughhouse with her,
Yeah, he likes
and
to hug her.
he likes to hug her and everything, and you could tell, like, their relationship, especially during Salah, during prayer, when
She
Hamza
comes
is
in
praying, and she comes out of nowhere and just, like, hits him on the head, and it's like, oh, I'm good to go, there you go.
Which is good timing sometimes because he's probably not looking down when he prays, so you're looking somewhere or drawing in the air.
Yeah. So, you know, I think that's what surprised us the most. And we could keep it going about other things that surprise us.
There's a lot of stories that, you know, I can personally share, but obviously those will, you know, with the time.
When the time comes, it'd be great to discuss.
It's just, yeah, so in my end, to just, you know, conclude or sum up, the Sabil has been to me, and I know to us, and to a lot of other people, the best thing has ever happened to us. Like you know, it's just something that if, you know, I was to choose, you know, I don't want to sound selfish, but if I was to choose, you know, okay, so go back and then like 4 years ago, and then, you know, choose, okay, how would you like your child to be, you know, I would honestly not hesitate, not for a second, to say again Sabil as, you know, in Down syndrome. But I pray that, you know, we have the you know, the ability to give her all the things that she needs, and to get her to where she needs to get to. So
Yeah. And also, I think for the parents out there that are listening that have a child with disability, or, you know, whatever type of disability, what should surprise you the most, it shouldn't be something negative at the end of the day. Because once you start saying this is negative, it's going to be difficult, and life will be difficult. So you always have to keep a positive idea and thought in your mind.
And if you can, also the part being God, Rabbil Alamin assigned you to help get that person to where they need to get to. So that should be I would say that your end goal there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you guys so very much for watching, tuning in. Thanks for the 3 people that watched us live. We appreciate it. So next week we'll have a different topic to talk about, and we will see you then.
Salam.
Salam, take care.